Look,
Yeah.
no, I can't do this. I'm too shy. I'm going to be judged. They're going to judge me. They're going to say things about me.
Yeah.
We really live?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, hey, what's going on?
We lost one person because of that.
See?
What's up, Justin Billington?
They're always
He
judging
says, good
me.
evening, UT and UK from England.
What's happening?
Let's see. Dickie Farley, 2 hacks. Russell J. Finch. Vinton Ginger Repair says hi. Let's see. Jesse Zankowski, Chris Greenaway, Chaos Customs. Chaos Customs. Chaos Customs. He spelled it with KH.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so when I read it at first, I was kind of like, what word is this? Jerry Franks, Paul Cavazola, Stang Lincoln. What's up, Stang Lincoln? Ford LTD 1976, greetings from Texas. He's the one that won the stickers.
Oh, he guessed
Peg.
Yeah, he guessed Peg.
Yep.
How? How did you guess? Because I went back and I looked at that picture, okay? And a bunch of comments were like, the leg gives it away. I don't even see it. How do you...
I don't know. They saw it. They figured it out. What's up, Fubar?
It just goes to... Fubar. What's that? Fubar, the axe. It just goes to show you how close attention people pay to even the smallest little details.
Yeah.
Because even when I'm looking for that detail, I can't find it. But they plugged... And of all the people to guess.
James Fife, Warren Glover, Numbnuts, Vintage Engine Repairs, Ruby's Garage, Lucas Crockett, Kyle Wagner. So what's going on, everybody?
So Peg, I wasn't expecting him. Okay. The night before, I'm clicking through YouTube. And
Don't tell the story, you're going to ruin it. He has video.
Yeah, but not...
He's got to put his video up. Don't tell the story.
Don't tell the story?
No.
Okay, I won't tell the story.
Don't tell. You have to wait until he puts
okay.
his video up.
All right, next week I'll tell the story.
Yeah.
It was good though. They got me. They got me.
Don't even mention it.
I'm not going to say anything else.
Don't say anything.
But they got me.
Yeah. Don't say anything. Don't ruin it. Worked so hard for that. Oh, good. The dogs are barking.
Well, it would be Sunday night when the dog's barking. I'll shut the door.
What? What are they barking about?
It's Sunday and we're live, so they have to bark.
No, it sounds like somebody's at the door. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Sounds like somebody's at the
They're
door.
going nuts.
Okay. Let's see. Zolly Speed Chop says, I figured out the intake situation for the Flathead 6. It's almost complete now.
Nice.
Nice. The Pirate Apache says, been loving the recent content. Feels like the OG videos with a $2 higher budget. That's nice. Thank you.
We try to stay grounded
Thank
to
you,
our
Pirate
old
Apache.
camera phone,
You're not using a camera phone.
145 subscriber, roots.
Let's see. Jimmy Obbs, pulled the 350 in my Monte Carlo, making room for a 454. Hot Rod Dopamine Sunday.
Yes.
Pizza guy at the door. You know what happened? Somebody delivered a pizza, our neighbors.
Yeah.
Maybe they're delivering another one.
Another
That's why
one?
they're barking.
Well, they're slowing down. They just stopped.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. Harley Hawk, what's up?
What's happening, man?
Dakota. Let's see. Pizza guy story. Yeah. Tony, I finally got a Whiplash camshaft for my 360. Do I need a stall converter?
Well, not really. It wouldn't hurt to have a higher stall converter, but those Whiplash cams are ground like 7 degrees advanced. So it's like, it's a short, choppy cam, but it's got a lot of bottom end. I think you'd be okay.
Ford LTD 1976 says he was visiting the neutral drop guys before you. Then when I saw the pics, I recognized it was him.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Let's see. Amazon dropping a 440 motor at your door? I don't think so. Jack says, any tips on getting more power out of a 351 Windsor? Currently has a Lunati cam, Edelbrock intake, and Holly quick fuel carb.
That's such a broad question. I really don't, off the top of my head, I can't come up with it. Optimize everything. Make sure that your ignition is optimized. By that I mean, I'm sure you've got adequate spark, but make sure the curve is tight. Make sure you've got your total where it needs to be. I don't know what size carburetor you have. Make sure it's jetted in the range of, just the same hot rod stuff that you did at any other engine is what you would do now.
What's up, Zero?
Zero. What's happening there?
Let's see. Pro says, not much, but looking at some hooker manifolds for the 318, some new push rods, emery cloth possibly for a lifter exhaust 2 and 4 cylinder area. I don't know. Are they talking to you or somebody else?
I have no idea what they're talking about.
Tony, your live streams are back.
Yes, we've been back for a couple months now.
No.
We took a little time off. This is about like
Wanna let
the
him
sixth
in?
one back. Is that the cat?
Yeah, let him in. All right.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, good grief. Okay. Now he's gonna come up here.
Get away. Get away. I don't like this cat.
Oh, don't be like that
I
to
don't like cats,
him.
period.
Be nice to him.
I am nice
He's
to him.
losing all of his fur. We don't know what's wrong with him. I gotta take him to the vet. He's losing all of his hair. Let's see. He's scratching like crazy.
I'm doing the same thing.
Are you?
Yes.
Losing your hair and scratching like
Yes.
crazy?
Yes.
Should we take you to the
Hair's
vet?
almost all gone and I scratch like there's no tomorrow.
Oh, funny.
I might have parasites.
I
You
think
should bring
he
me
has
to the vet.
parasites, and that's why he's losing his hair. Probably has VT. I don't know. Tony has a cat. I don't know. You
No, she has a cat. I have 4 awesome dogs. She has a cat.
Goodness. Let's see. What is he doing? He's gonna go to the bathroom in the corner over there. You better grab him.
I will launch that fucking
Do
thing
not
over the
launch him.
fence.
Here, hold this. Let me get him out of here because
Yeah,
he's
here.
just
Let's
outside.
let's watch you getting them out of here.
Come here. Come
Throw them out the window.
Come here. Come here. Okay. What are you doing? You're not going to the bathroom over there, right? You're not going to the bathroom over there, right?
Launch him. Launch
I'm
him.
not launching.
Launch the cat.
I'm not launching him. Thank you. All right. That was fun. Sorry, everybody. He has a UTI? Maybe. I don't know. He's got to go to the vet.
No, he's talking about me. I could have a UTI. It's possible.
The cat loves Tony.
No, the cat does not.
Oh, my goodness.
And I don't like the cat.
Does he have mange? No, he shouldn't have mange. He's going to go to the vet. Like, I don't know what's wrong with him. He just started losing his hair.
I'm
Because he's been
60.
like,
What do you expect?
not you.
Oh.
He keeps like licking himself and like pulling his hair out.
I
So-
do not.
Oh, goodness. All right, so yeah, he's going to the vet this week. He's got to get something. All right. Now the cat comes back in and throws Uncle Tony out. Oh.
This isn't a cartoon.
I was just thinking that only happens in cartoons.
This is the Looney Tunes.
Jeff Clark says, good day from Oz, Tony and Kathy.
Good day, Jeff.
Cheeky cat. You guys are awful tonight. We're awful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's that UTI and mange that I have.
right.
Probably parasites.
Thanks, bro. Zero just deleted it.
I love those guys.
Oh my goodness. Hey folks, excited about the stock parts, 300 plus horsepower, 2-barrel 318. I get it, Jason Whaley says.
It's gonna be fun. I'm really looking forward. Kathy's like, I'm on my way.
No.
We were going out
No.
to eat before, and
Don't
she's like,
say- no.
because
don't-
somebody
don't
gave me a
say-
318.
Don't say that.
So I went and picked up a 318 the other day, and she's like, no more 318s. I'm sick of 318s.
No.
That's what you
no.
said.
You were going to put it in the mule. And I said, we're talking about a big block for the mule. And I was like, can we do something other than a 318?
But we could put anything we want in the mule. I just want to get the thing running.
Zero says, my father isn't well. He had a stroke.
Oh, I'm sorry,
I'm
man.
sorry, Zero. Is he okay? Is he doing all right? I'm so sorry.
How old is he?
I don't know. Let's see.
No, well, I'll throw it with you, man.
Bro says you're welcome. Don't delete it. It's good fun. Oh, because he said that we
I
were
know.
terrible tonight.
That's okay.
It's all right. We're used to it. Let's see. Well, Zero, we hope your dad gets better
Yes.
quickly. Somewhat fast says Tony. Have you watched my Will It Run Thunderbird video? I'm 29 years old and I'm sure you would love that.
I have not seen it, bro. I have not seen it.
Somewhat fast. You're gonna have to go look that up.
Somewhat fast. I'll make a note of that.
Okay.
Oh, look, we're live. I got a notification.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Somewhat fast.
Tony, do you have a car stashed away for the engine?
For which engine?
The 318 that you just picked up.
We're doing a mule, right? Oh, wait, no. He's talking about the build that we're doing with David.
Oh.
No, that's just going on a dyno, and then I think we're going to give it away to somebody, and I'm going to leave that up to David. It'll be like a charitable type thing, I'm sure. But no, we don't have any cars or plans for that engine.
Do you work on Chevy engines?
I work on anything.
You do?
Of course. Well,
On everything?
I have worked on everything. And I mean, truth be known, I've probably done as many Chevy engines as I have done Chrysler engines just by default of me being a mechanic for all those years.
Let's see. Tuesday Shop asks.
There was a time I was doing, you remember, like in
Really
the middle 80s, late 80s, between like Magazine and Nitro, how many small block Chevys I was doing?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Or like one a week.
Yeah, you should do one now.
Yeah.
Tuesday Shop says, hey Uncle Tony, I noticed that Excel HEI distributors for GM applications use a Ford Dura Spark pickup coil and reluctor wheel. Is this a better design?
I mean, the Doris Spark was a really good. I mean, you flip a coin. Both the original design HEI and the Doris Spark were excellent ignitions. The Doris Spark was a little more trouble prone, but they worked. No, I don't know. I don't know why they would do that.
Zero says, so when do I have to be there to swap out my 318? Haha, kidding.
I mean, I tell you what, honestly, I don't.
Is he gonna do it for the hospital, St. Jude's? Is that what he's gonna do?
I don't know. I don't know. Dave is really big on St. Jude's.
Kind of not up to us.
It's well, I'm going to leave it up. I'm going to leave it up to David how that motor is going to get disposed of after it's all said and done.
Yeah. How's my leg? It's better. Thank you, Chris. Thank you.
See, they worry about
You worry about me.
all week long. He was
I'm worrying about my leg.
yes. You light a candle every night. You make a little novena.
A little
Kathy,
novena?
Yeah.
Aw, thank you. Let's see. Tony,
Yeah.
I am drunk, Chris Cadman says.
Nice, but
Zero says from Huntington Beach, California to Tennessee. Oh, good grief. He really wants back in the house. The cat. The
we
cat
have
is trying
the.
to
I
get
told you
in
to
the
launch
window.
them. If you had launched
No,
them,
I wasn't going to launch him.
the motor's going to North Carolina.
Yeah.
So it's like a whole other coast.
I like North Carolina.
Some of it's nice.
We should get a house in North Carolina.
No, why do we want a house in North Carolina?
We had a house in North Carolina.
That was 30 years ago, 40 years ago.
We had property there. We were going to live there.
Yes, that was a long time ago.
New Bern, North
But
Carolina.
it made sense. When we lived in New York City, it made sense to have a place in North Carolina. But you live in Tennessee, why would you have a place in North Carolina?
It's close to the beach.
So is Alabama. You're closer to the beach here than you are. Yeah.
Not if you're in North Carolina. I miss the beach. I'm not gonna lie.
We lived a mile off the beach.
You
your
couldn't go in the
entire
water.
life.
You couldn't go in the water.
But yet
It's
you
different.
miss it.
Yeah, I like the ocean.
But you never went to it.
I did go to it. I used to go fishing late at night. Remember? I had my fishing pole and
You did
everything.
that twice.
I didn't do it twice. We used to take the boat out. What are you talking about?
All right. Pay attention to it.
We're fighting.
Pay attention there.
Oh. Okay. Dickie Farley says, Tony, I'm not drunk, but I am partially thinking impaired.
Makes both of us. Yeah, I've been in a fog like all weekend.
Muscle Parts, hiya Kathy, what's up?
Happening, Ron?
How's the Cherokee? John McGill is asking.
It's awesome.
He loves the Cherokee.
Really.
It really needs like a paint job and some like love.
We use it too much to really take it off the road. It's such a valuable. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the XJ is quite possibly man's greatest achievement.
I think so.
I believe so.
I'm not gonna lie.
I believe so.
It's really a great
I
truck.
think that the evolutionary ball was set in motion
Look, you're making the prices go up.
hundreds of thousands, millions of years ago, and one thing led to another, led to another, led to another, led to another, led to the XJ. And when they could discontinue the XJ, you notice society really began to fall apart.
Is that when it happened?
Well, they discontinued the XJ in 2001.
Yeah.
And
It's all
look what's
downhill from
happened
there.
since then. Okay?
Yeah.
So, yeah, the XJ, man's greatest achievement, and it's all downhill from here.
Highlander 630 says one of the best automotive channels on YouTube.
Which one? Because I need to find some of this stuff to watch.
Thank you, Highlander. We appreciate that. That was very nice.
Yes,
That's very nice
thank
of him
you.
to say. It really is.
I
Oh
do
my
appreciate
goodness.
that. I don't feel we deserve it, but I do appreciate that.
That's DeSoto trying to break through the window. Can you let him in?
No, because then you just. Oh.
Just put him in the living room.
No, I'm not putting him in the living room.
The animals run the house. Like literally.
Come on, you fucking cat. Come on.
Okay. All right, he's got to go. Put him outside.
You just let him in.
No, in the other room. Okay. Tony's gonna move the cat.
Wait.
Yeah? Okay. Alright, he's good. Good job. Okay. Alright.
Oh.
So glad the lives are back. Thanks, Jason. Sometimes they're rougher than others. Some nights are harder than other nights. Some nights are really easy. This isn't one of them.
This is an easy night, no?
Is it? Well, no, the cat's giving
Oh,
us
cat,
problems. Hoobie's Garage says, you watch. Tony and the cat will be best buds by the end of the month.
No, that demon thing has been hanging around here for like what?
He's old.
At least 12, 15
No,
years.
he's not that old.
Yes, he
He's like 8 or 9.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No. You have to go, that's that whole Elvira thing from long time ago.
Oh my goodness. DeSoto, yes, DeSoto. My cat here's your cat and is freaking out. I'm sorry, James. He's inside now. He won't make any more noise. Joe Brennan says, I love seeing the pic of Tony and Peg.
Yeah, it was fun
cool to
having
have
him
him.
there.
Yeah, he's really awesome. He's a great guy. We can't talk about anything that happened here.
Yeah, we can't say
He's
anything.
putting a video out. So.
Right. And we're going to do a video Sunday morning together, but he was too hungover.
It's okay. I'm sure he'll be back.
Oh, I know.
We're not going there. It's too
No,
cold. He
not
can
fair.
forget that.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll be back.
He got there and he said he sent me a message. He's like, I'm back. It's -6. I was like, oh, awesome.
It was 75 when he left.
Yeah. Oh, it's horrible.
He said that on his way out, he said, I'm going to have to go sit in my shed and just stare out at the field for a couple of days.
Yeah. To mellow out.
To mellow out after all of the...
Excitement. He's really an awesome person. Like, he's really awesome. Very
He
cool.
helped get us going.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we first we had a few channels when we were tiny. We were like, we had like 100
Little.
subscribers, 300 subscribers, and we had there was one channel called Chop Shop Underground that guy's name was John, and Peg's name was also John. Oh, we're support. Oh no, I was supposed to say it. All right. So when you make these faces,
Nothing.
why not? He helped get us going, and then we got a shout out from Peg, and that really We probably got like 1,000 subs from that back at a time when 1,000 subs was like doubling the size of the channel. So
Yeah, he helped us a lot.
yeah.
Let's see. Alina N says, does a 4-door rear window interchange with a 2-door? Will it fit?
What kind of car?
Oh, I don't know. It doesn't say.
If traditional Mopars, A body, B body, no, it won't, because a 4-door roof is two inches higher than a 2-door roof, so the back window doesn't interchange. When you get to your 71 and newer B bodies, they will. There's no height difference. So a Charger or a Roadrunner back roof will fit a Satellite or a Coronet.
Paul says, hey, Tony, what's the right compression ratio to run 87 octane?
That's
I was saying on a Dart. I'm sorry.
well, on anything. What's the right
No,
compression?
on a Dart was the window question. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
on a Dart, yeah, no, definitely not. Two completely different animals.
Okay. So the 87 octane question? Compression?
That's a tough question because compression ratio, there's static compression ratio, there's dynamic compression ratio. And when we think in terms of static compression ratio, those are the numbers that, 8-to-1, 9-to-1, whatever it happens to be. That's the static compression ratio. But the dynamic compression ratio is different. And that has to do with cam timing. I run with conservative ignition timing. I run 10-to-1 engines on 87 all the time. But you don't want to step on it like that. You back the timing off a little bit, and then when you want to go party with it, then you put your premium in, you put all your timing in, and you go.
Let's see. Mighty Joe's Garage says, looking forward to the next video. Always enjoy watching. Gotta get back to editing my own before bed. Enjoy your night, guys.
Go. Good luck with that, man.
Thank you. Let's see. Editing is so much fun. Depending what it
you
is.
have it down to a science. Come on.
No, we don't have to do a lot. Let's see. You all should invest in a clip-on microphone. I can barely make out what Tony is saying because of the echo and the background noise. Like right now in this room, or are you talking about in videos in general? There's no background noise. He's talking about the videos in general.
Yeah, probably videos in general.
So we can get the clip-on mic. It's not a big deal.
We should, except that I'll lose it.
You will lose it.
I'll lose it.
So bad. But I bought you a light, like the media pack for the GoPro.
Right.
That has a light and a microphone, and you never put it on the GoPro.
Well, I lost the cover for the light.
Right. Yeah. What else?
Which you need. The cover, you need that cover
The
on the
filter,
light. Right,
yeah.
the filter. And the microphone doesn't work any better,
It should.
but it doesn't.
All right. I'm going to get you the Rode mic clip on.
Yeah.
So, Joe Brennan says it's not that bad. What program do I use for editing? Premiere Pro, Adobe Premiere Pro. Turn up the hearing aid, pal. Oh, that's not nice.
Oh.
That's not. See,
But
no,
that would apply to a lot of our audience. We have a lot of old guys.
Jesus, Tony, looking grimy, my guy, with a capital G. Are you looking grimy?
I hope so.
All right, good. He's been working all day. You power washed a filthy motor, right?
Yeah, I got a little dirty there.
Yeah. He actually works on stuff.
No. Look at my hands. I obviously don't work on anything.
I love how people complain that your hands are dirty. Like, what should your hands look like? I don't know. I don't get it.
He never works on anything.
No.
His hands are always dirty.
It's like we live in a clown world.
Clown world is right.
Okay, Benjamin C. Hey, UT in UK, did Zip Ties tell you he was coming down, or did he pop in and surprise you?
It was a surprise to me because I don't answer my phone. I don't.
It was both. I knew he was coming,
She knew. I didn't know.
and we set Tony up.
They set me up good. They got me so good. Wait till you see the video that Peg puts up. which should be, I guess, any day now, right?
Yeah, well, when he comes out of the shed after his decompression.
Yeah, he's still mellowing out. Yeah, they got me. Okay. People have tried to get me over the years, one way or another. They nailed it. They got me completely off guard. The look on my face on that video was.
Right, don't talk about it anymore.
I'm not
Don't
gonna
give
say
it away.
anything else.
Benjamin C says mint. Mint.
Mint.
Yeah, I hope he puts it out soon. I hope he's recuperating.
okay.
Yeah, I hope he's okay. Like he was like, I think he had it by the time he left, right?
It was time for him to go.
It was too much. Like, because he's not used to the city. He went to Nashville.
Well, he teamed up with somebody else,
Yeah.
and they went on a bit of a.
All right, let's
Yeah.
not say anything else.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. T-Fears, Tony. If you're going to smash into a car wearing only lap belts, should you just go ahead and rest your head on the dashboard prior to impact? What?
Huh?
What?
Oh, he's talking about those two guys that crashed into the
Oh,
thing.
is that what he's talking about?
Yeah. Go ahead, just go ahead and just go ahead and dig your teeth into the dashboard.
No, that's terrible. That's awful.
You want to stay relaxed. That's the thing. You want to stay relaxed. That's why drunk people never get. You see drunk people. They crash cars at like 100 miles an hour. They run off embankments and down cliffs and everything else, and they get up and they're just like, It's because they just roll with the punches, Where when you're sober and panicked, it's like you stiffen up, and the next thing you know, it's like bing. So I think all you really want to do is just make sure if you see impact. Don't do as I do, right? I don't wear seatbelts. I don't like seatbelts. I never wear seatbelts unless I absolutely have to. One of the reasons why I hated driving anything that was fast because of all the little harnesses and shit. I'm claustrophobic, so I don't like that feeling. So, same thing as with crashing a motorcycle or crashing anything. If impact is inevitable, right? Arm over your face. That's it. That's all you really got to do. Arm over your face. It doesn't matter if it's a car. It doesn't matter if you're going 20 miles an hour or 200 miles an hour. Arm over your face.
This isn't advice in any way whatsoever.
Break your arm, tear it up, whatever the hell it is, but it grows back real fast, where your face doesn't grow back as easily.
Stan Lincoln says, just wanted to let you know I followed you when you were Wood Cars Illustrated. Then I didn't hear about you for decades. You don't know. Oh, with Cars Illustrated. Then I didn't hear about you for decades. You don't know how happy I was when one day I stumbled upon your channel.
That's nice, man.
Oh,
appreciate
that's
that.
nice, Stan Lincoln. We appreciate that.
Well, I went under, that was it. It's like, okay, I had enough of the public.
You're going to do that again, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. It's gonna happen. Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
I'm still having fun with this. Believe it or not. This is okay. My general thing is 2 years, 3 years tops, and then I have to start a new life. And how many times have I done that?
New career, you mean?
Well, yeah, new career, new life, new everything, right? So.
You would just usually switch between working on cars to magazines to working on cars to magazines. Like you would do that for the
Well,
most
we go
part.
into other businesses, a coffee house, we had the art gallery,
Right.
we've done all sorts of different things. So my attention span is generally 2 or 3 years max, and we're at 4 years and like 2 months now with YouTube. So this is like one of the longest things I've ever done. But yeah, it's going to happen. I'm just going to wake up. Exactly the same. Okay, when I got out of the magazines, so help me, is exactly how it went. I pulled up in front of the office. I had an office in Manhattan, on Broadway, Harris Publishing. And I pulled up, I was driving a 340 Duster, and I pulled up in front of the office, and I looked up at it, and I was like, no, I don't feel like doing this anymore. And I drove home. And I called Neil, who was Neil Van Opry, and I says, Neil, guess what, you're the editor. He says, what do you mean? I says, I'm done. I don't feel like doing this anymore. And so Neil took over Mopar Action and Mustang Action and what else we did, like drag racing, Illustrated. we did a few different magazines, Street Supercar, and Neil became the editor. But that's it. That's exactly how it happened. I just pulled up and I said, I don't want to do this anymore. It was done. And that'll happen with YouTube. She'll point the camera at me and say action. And I'm going to be like, I just don't feel like doing this anymore. And I'll go do something else.
Motorhouse 77 Racing says, good evening, guys. I'm watching for Brazil. Please say hello to us.
What's going on, Brazil? You guys are taking over there, right? You're taking your country back, right? Like Americans. So.
Congratulations, Brazil.
I salute my Brazilian brothers.
Do you have any videos of you and your Mustang? Unfortunately.
That was before there was anything. I mean, like color TV.
You know what? We have video of the car on the baby tapes. We have video
VHS.
of the car on the VHS tapes.
Yes. Oh God.
Yeah.
There's video of the fuel Walter down there.
Mm-hmm.
And but no, I haven't seen any of those tapes in
We
years
have
and
them.
years. Really?
Yeah. Actually, I have the time we went to the track with the Alter when it was so cold. With Dominic and Jen and the kids.
Yeah.
I have that on DVD.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I have to post that.
The real Tony was shot in a bar in Queens.
Shot and killed with a bar in Queens. Well, when Neil said to me, he says, well, what should I tell these, what do you want me to tell people? I told him, I said, just tell them I was shot and killed in a bar in Queens. And I said, just leave it at that. So that's what he did. Anybody who asked, hey, what happened to Tony? He would tell them he was shot and killed in a bar in Queens. And with that, I left there. I started turning wrenches again, because I always had customers. I always had people wanting me to fix their cars. So I turned wrenches again for a little while, and then I was bouncing around from fuel car to fuel car, learning that, and then, God, what did I do for the next 10 years?
I don't know. It's all a blur.
It's a blur.
Let's see. I would love to see you pick up the Belvedere project again.
It's not going to happen.
It's going to be a...
It's not going to happen. After much thought, and I don't have it in me anymore. I have no desire to do that anymore.
Andy says howdy.
Andy, what's happening, man? I love watching other people do that sort of thing, and I would help if somebody was doing that, but I have no desire anymore. It's just not there. It's just not there.
Joe K says, everybody say goodbye to Tony now in case he wakes up tomorrow morning and decides, nope, don't want to do this anymore.
I generally get disgruntled and bored before that happens. I'm not disgruntled.
I'll let you guys know when that happens.
She'll let you know
when
I start to get disgruntled. We'll give you a heads up.
So crazy, Tony. I'm not crazy.
Well, I'm old now.
So do you want to explain your glasses in the last video? So he hands me this video. And where did you go? You went to go pick up the motor or something? You're like, here, edit this video. And I put the video in and I'm like, oh my gosh. He doesn't know his glasses are crooked.
So
I text him, I'm like, I don't have an effect to straighten your glasses.
So the ironic thing, okay, is that when I shoot off this selfie stick, I have to wear glasses to see the camera.
It's so crooked.
But I guess I need better glasses,
Right.
because I couldn't see that the glasses were crooked in the camera.
Yeah, I texted him, I said, I don't have an editing effect to straighten your glasses. You are the nutty professor.
Well, those glasses are a little bent. I had them in my pocket. I was crawling around. I had them in my jacket pocket. It's been cold here the last couple of days. And I had them in my jacket pocket, and I was under a car with the jacket on, and they got a little bent up. And I usually have glasses everywhere, and then slowly they all disappear. I go to Dollar Tree. I buy 20 or 30 pairs of glasses at a time, right? And then I leave them everywhere. And little by little they disappear, and that's where I'm at now. Well, I'm out of glasses.
The glasses fairy comes and steals them, right?
Right. Whatever happens, right? They get lost, they get folded, spindled, mutilated, right? Which is why I pay $1 a piece for the things. I'm not going to screw around with something valuable. So, so the ironic thing, okay, is that when I shoot off this selfie stick, I have to wear glasses to see the camera. I guess I need better glasses. So those are in my pocket and they were a little bit bent up. So when I put them on, I didn't realize, like I kind of straightened them and I put them on and didn't realize.
It's just so funny and ironic that you start the video with "I'm not crazy." Your glasses are so crazy.
Well, I texted you the title of that before you
Yeah.
texted me about me.
Well, because I put the video in and I'm like, oh man, the glasses have to be somewhere. They're probably living happily in a glasses village to go to Sam's.
They were all in a pile of socks and 10 millimeter sockets. Someplace in the next dimension. There's a portal that opens and sucks these things in.
Well, it's like that because they're $1. You just don't care.
Nah, they could be $1,000 in the same way.
No. Joe K says, why no full-size C-body Mopars in your fleet?
Oh, I just don't have any. I just don't have any. I had a 68 Fury for a long time, and it was bad. It was bad. I just don't have any.
That car had bad mojo.
It did have bad mojo.
There was just a bad feeling about that car.
Yeah.
It was really weird.
It's true. It's true. Cars pick up the. I don't, people are like, whether they believe this shit or not, but cars pick up the energy of the people who spend the most time in them. And that car had bad
It just
mojo.
didn't feel good.
It didn't feel good.
Somewhat Fast says, I also made a Willet run on a 1955 Plymouth wagon. Sat for 40 years. I
Nice.
had a locked up flathead 6 in it. I want to put a 360 Magnum in it.
Those floating power sixes are so cool. If you're just gonna drive it, man, if you're not, I would do that six.
Bro says, did Tony ever try stand-up comedy? No.
No. Not true. Not true. When I did when I had the coffee house.
You did stand-up comedy?
Well, my job was stand-up
Oh,
comedy.
yeah, no. Okay, Tony.
Well, what did I do all night long? I entertained people. That was it.
All right, Chris Greenaway says, Tony is the lion from the island of misfit toys. Bring your 318s and the slant sixes and I will make them run fast.
I gotta tell you, I'm in love with that engine. There's just
Which one?
the 318.
Oh, okay.
I know you hate it.
No, I don't hate it. Like, I get bored. I get bored. Like, I like different things all the time. Let's see. Sand bottle rockets to metal to save weight, D-Truth says.
You've been in Bottle Rocket. You say you're gonna tell me that's boring?
No.
So what's boring about it?
No, I'm just, like, I'm talking from, like, material aspect, like to vary things.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see. See, Tony is entertaining. He is entertaining. Can be.
No, when I had the coffee house, that's what I would consider I do a lot of like stand-up like comedy, but really it's just busting people's chops because that's what got people to come back night after night because it wasn't just a regular coffee house; it was kind of a free-for-all. It was a fun place. So, but it wasn't me. Me personally, I'm quiet. I can go for days without ever opening my mouth, and I'm fine with that. But when you've got a small room, like the coffee houses, they were relatively small places. You got to keep the energy up. You got to keep things moving. So that's what I would do.
Okay, so what are you gonna do with the Belvedere? We're waiting to move that, right?
That's going to be a mule.
Right.
We're going to use that as specifically as a test vehicle.
Okay. And when is Josh gonna be done with his transmission?
Josh was there today, cleaning parts, getting everything ready to go. We've got to change the steering box too. The steering box has a leak. So, it just started out with some, okay, we'll just pull a training, but no, like anything else, it's turning into a project. So, steering box is going to get changed. He was there today cleaning the transmission case and all of that, and all of the parts that came off the car, because everything under the car is just crusted in gack. So, he'll be back on Tuesday. On a Tuesday, we'll do the transmission.
Don English says he's getting the road towed some love. Undercoating sucks, but worth the effort painting it white underneath. Let's see.
It's not. I always felt that the bottom side of a car, Not something you drive. If anything you drive every day, it's like, no, don't waste your time, right? But if it's a Sunday car or a race car or just, a hot rod, something you care about, then yeah, I mean, the underneath of the car should be as nice as the top of the car.
Van Little says, what antifreeze do you recommend? Bless you.
Yeah, thank you.
What antifreeze do you recommend for your classic cars?
I recommend the cheapest antifreeze you can find.
Yeah.
Yes, because that's what I use.
Okay. Hot Rod says, I'm loving the gas for Tony. Looks good with no decals.
Yeah. Oh, big difference. I couldn't look at that car. That slag hammer shit on the side of it drove me crazy.
Let's see. Let's see. Oh, they're talking to Zero. They're talking to one another.
It's nice. They get along.
Who?
They're talking to each other.
Yeah, they talk to one another. They're still talking to each other. Those decals are absolute trash, Kyle Wagner says.
Please.
Tony really didn't like them.
No, I didn't like them. I despise them. That was when I stopped with the car. You know, it was like those went on the car in May, and I was like, he showed me the decal, and I was like, I don't like. So the font was originally my idea. I was like, let's do like a slag hammer, Spinal Tap. Let's go with that style of lettering. But then when I saw it actually printed out, I was like, oh, that doesn't work. That's terrible. And the first thing I saw, it says Sing Hammer. It doesn't say Slag Hammer. It says Sing Hammer. So I didn't want them on the car. And I made it clear. I was like, I don't like them. I don't want them on the car. And you don't put vinyl stick-on decals on a primed car. It's tacky, right? But I went home, the next morning I come in, and poof, they're there on the side of the car. And from that minute forward, we covered nothing on the car itself, in case you noticed. We didn't cover anything having to do with it. Well, from that point forward.
318 will run says, hey Tony, I think it's time you build a 3.9, the cutoff 318, that can go in one of your cars.
You know, a twin turbo 3.9 is because it'll fit really good in anything. So like an A body,
Oh man.
with a pair of teriyaki tornadoes on a 3.9 would be a bit. That's a turbo build I would do. I could definitely get behind that. That could be fun.
Okay, more comment. Did I see your comment? All right. He says, my dad does the same thing, Tony. My mom yells at him, where's your glasses? Or wear your damn glasses. I ran over a pair of his cheap prescript glasses. My dad dropping in the yard with a push mower. Oh, nice.
See, I don't need a script glass. I only need reading glasses. I turned 40 years old. The day I turned 40 years old, my vision started to get like my close-up vision. And it was frustrating too, because I didn't realize when your vision starts to go away, like you guys who are in your 20s and 30s, and you're like, you haven't gotten to that point yet, but generally speaking, right around your 40th birthday, your eyesight changes, okay? And if you don't realize it, and you start screwing things up that you wouldn't normally do. You know what I mean? Like you'll cross-thread something that you wouldn't normally do, or you'll miss something that you normally wouldn't miss, and it starts to get frustrated, and you say to yourself, I'm slipping, I'm getting really bad. But as soon as you put on a pair of reading glasses, it's like, oh, now I understand, right? So, but if my vision hasn't really changed in the last, 20 years, I still use the same 175 reading glasses that I was using back then.
Good for you. Are you bragging?
Yes, I'm bragging.
Trying to make me feel better?
I mean, I can read, see the bookshelf behind you?
No.
There's a bookshelf behind you.
Okay.
And I can read all of those titles.
You can.
Yeah, organic gardening.
Good for you.
Backyard chickens. You can
Nice.
do dog book, Scrabble. I mean, I can go through the hidden persuaders.
That's an awesome book.
Podcasting for
The
dummies.
Hidden Persuaders. One of
Right.
my favorites.
Yeah.
Vance Packard.
See, I don't need glasses for that kind of vision. It's really good. But for anything like this close, I'm blind.
I work for vision scientists. Your eyes start to deteriorate at 35 years old. Yeah, that's when it happened for me. I was
Okay.
sitting at a light and all of a sudden I couldn't see anymore. I got astigmatism. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you. You're probably exactly right. But it was my experience and a couple of friends who hit that same number, and they also had that same experience. But yeah, you're probably right. It starts to deteriorate like 35, and it becomes really noticeable by the time you're 40.
Let's see. Hey Tony, do a video on what can happen if your valve springs have excessive seat pressure. James McKinley.
Well, you're not giving the cam a chance to breathe. You're not giving the lifter excessive seat pressure. You're not giving when the lifter's on the base circle. It's kind of like it's time to breathe and get some lubricant in there. What are you laughing at?
This comment.
So you stand a chance of killing the cam that way.
Russell J. Finch says, I still book there. Cheating 101. Do you cheat, Tony?
And everything I can. But if you ever get into a competition, I tell people, right over that. If you ever get into any sort of competition with me, beware, I will cheat. I'm only competing to find new ways to cheat.
Oh my goodness. Howie Ned Muddock's been wearing glasses since he's 13. Okay, yo Uncle Kathy, yo Tony. When you two going to cruise that classic Charger? Kathy took the truck away then. I took the truck away?
No.
The Charger? The Charger needs work. We're waiting to bring the Charger to the shop.
The satellite goes, and then the Charger goes to the shop. The satellite is in the spot that I need to work on the Charger.
Chris Cadman says, you ever see the green flame from a fuel car?
You mean hydrogen? You'll get green header flames from two reasons. You'll get if you see just a little bit of green in there, and it's like on 1 or 2 cylinders, it's eating a head gasket. If you see all the pipes are green like that, they're burning hydrogen.
I can't. Okay, computer.
Oh yeah.
All right, you done?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So. Move the camera. Yeah. Tony, why don't you use a lighter and narrow wheel on the front of Bottle Rocket?
Well, it's a black steel wheel, so a 15 by 5 black steel wheel, because it's supposed to look like a sleeper. You know what I mean? So that car, and it's got front runners on it. They're light front wheels. They drag tires, but the wheels themselves are 15 by 5.5, regular steelies, because that's part of the look of the car. That's the whole point of the car.
Zolkaz says, I have a question about valve train.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Do I have to move the
No.
camera? Okay. I think you're still rolling a cigarette. All right. I have a question about valve train. When
Yes.
do you use single groove and stainless valves? Are normal valves okay for 400 horsepower?
Yes. At the 400 horsepower level, yeah, stock stuff is fine. You don't have to start thinking about. Okay, you can't really pick a power level because different engines are going to, a 400 horsepower Briggs & Stratton is obviously going to be an extremely exotic engine. And a 400 horsepower, small block or LS or whatever is going to be a stock engine. So yeah, at that level, don't even think about it.
Oh, he meant I got into the trunk of the.
Oh, right. Okay,
I'm a sport.
I forgot about that.
Let's see. You roll me a cigarette too. I see Joe Brennan. Will engines that have sat in cool damp weather for a while have more crankcase gases when running?
I don't know. I don't know.
Let's see. But Dan says we got some awesome trunk footage from the Charger. We did.
It was pretty good. Lots of people commented on that.
Did they?
Sounded really
Did
good.
they like it? Let's see.
We did that almost 3 years ago.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not a 3-year-old video.
It's at least 2. Oh,
No.
we shot it during the first part of the lockdown.
Did we?
Yeah, we shot that in March 2020.
Oh, that sounds crazy. That's crazy. Kathy, please ask Tony my question. Mexican spec. What question is it? Let me see. I'm scrolling up now. Now I gotta go search for it. Oh, I don't see it. Mexican spec. Oh, you're gonna have to ask it again because I don't see your question. Or maybe you didn't type it yet. Okay. Efog wants Taco Bell. Somebody said, what? Rayman 20. In short, is it warm in here?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm open the window.
Are you serious? It's freezing outside. What's the question, Mexican spec? Did you miss anything, Bobby? No, nothing. You missed anything? Ow. Tony, you're getting tired already.
You getting tired already?
Sleep, yeah.
Come on.
I know.
Suck it up.
So the dogs keep waking us up at like 4 a.m.
Please, it doesn't stop.
Like we're exhausted. Like we're really tired.
It doesn't stop.
Hello from the east coast of Canada, Jim Duffy. GT Warrior, how sensitive are factory carbs to altitude changes, generally speaking?
They're not. They're calibrated for that range, you know. So it'll be a little fat, you know, below sea level. It'll be a little lean up top, but they're calibrated for that broadness, which is one of the reasons why tuning to the specific purpose you have makes as much of a difference as it does.
Joseph says hello from Dallas, Texas. Love the show.
What's going on, Joe?
Let's see. How's Buff doing on the
Valiant?
Valiant, yeah.
He's been working on it. He brought over a short block yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one he gave me. I'm not sure, but he's picking away at it.
Okay. Cool. Let's see. Awesome in your face says,
Hey.
I have an 85 SSL Camino and have had a ton of pain and expenses fixing up along the way. I found your channel and it's been wonderful seeing someone share their experience and expertise. Thank you.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you can apply it.
That's awesome.
You know, like I tell people, we're not a Mopar channel. I do everything I do around Mopars because Mopars are what we have. And I'm too far along in life to like stop this stuff and then pick up on something new, because by the time I accumulate all of those things that make it easy.
Well, we were talking about that this week, weren't we?
Just get rid of everything. And become the Subaru guy.
The Subaru guy.
Yeah. Uncle Subaru. No, you see, here's what you guys gotta understand. We have 14, I don't even know.
Too many.
14, 18, something like that. I can't even count what we have. So we have like 14 or 18 cars, trucks. And they all use the same basic parts. But the reason I'm able to have, and they all run, 100% of them run. They're functional, again, some of them have no battery in them, and they've been sitting for a while, so there's no gas in the tank or anything like that. But with the exception of the Belvedere, there isn't a single car that we own, or truck that we own, that can't be operable in less than 10 minutes. You know, just stick a battery in it, throw some fuel in it, give it a couple of squirts, and it'll fire it up. So, but the reason we're able to do that is because I have all the little bits and pieces that you need. So, all of the carburetors I have needle and seats, I have gaskets, I have, you know, all of the little odds and ends that like are stumbling blocks when you try to put something together or keep something running, I've got on the shelf. So that makes it easy. That's what makes it possible. And if I was to start playing with anything else at this point, I have to go accumulate those parts or I have to go buy them. And I don't want to deal with that.
Nate B says, what do you consider max cylinder taper for a rehome without an overbore?
Well,
Did the ring gap comparison thing and came up with 0.004 taper.
4,000s. That's okay. You'll be all right. You'll be right there. But here's the thing now. Different different engines are going to have a different spec. Like for instance, the bore taper on a short stroke motor is going to be much more of an issue, or much less of an issue than it would be on a long stroke motor, right? Because think about it, right? So if the bore, if you got 4,000 of an inch bore taper from top to bottom, okay. Well, a short stroke motor is only here, so you're only contending with, let's say, 2,000s. A longer stroke motor is going to come down here, so now you're dealing with 3,000s you got to contend with. And also the bore diameter has a lot to do with it also. So, an engine with a 3-inch bore that has 4,000s taper is going to be a whole lot different scenario than an engine with a 5-inch bore that has a 4,000s taper. So it really depends on what you're dealing with. And what I would recommend is find the service manual or find the service specs for the engine that you're dealing with and see what they recommend as far as taper goes. There's a spec for bore taper in every manual.
Did you hear about John Force today?
I have not heard anything about John Force.
Hey Tony, long time no see.
Hey, I haven't seen you in forever. I hope you're well. Did the leg grow back?
Oh no. My motto is Mopar or no car unless it's a good deal.
Right.
Let's see. Let's see. The ring gap question was referring to 4302. Do you know what he's talking about?
No, but
No.
but
It's okay.
I'm telling you, just go by the factory, what they recommend as far as allowable bore taper.
What happened to the 73 Swinger you revived?
It's with the toner.
The red one?
Yes,
Yeah.
they picked it up earlier this week.
Let's see. UTG want to build a 72 Montego GT?
That's got to be Chris Greenaway.
Right, it is.
Right. There's only one surviving,
Right? It's the only person that has
and
one.
he's it, and he's got it. He battles with the Smithsonian for it all the time.
Funny.
Give us that Montego. No, it's mine. We need it. It's the only one. No, it's mine.
Oh, it's so funny, Tony.
But there's no way a Montego could have survived all these years. It did. It's mine.
Monkey Med 12 says, Tony, I hope you can make a dumbed down video the next time you do an auto transmission video. I have panic attacks when seeing the inside of a transmission spread out.
Yeah, if you watch, okay, because that sets off all of my ADD bells too. There's only a hand. I hate transmission work. I despise transmission work. But the torque flight has just always been a part of my life, and so I've learned to deal with it. You know what I mean? And take it apart and fix it and put it back together again. So I know how to do those. But over the course of my life, I've been confronted with other transmissions. And I'll watch videos, and I'm like, oh no, right? So I'm with you on that. I'm totally with you on that. The best way to learn to do anything is just repetitive. Is just be repetitive about it. I mean, I've said this before on live, right? The best way to learn anything is so you're going to do a transmission, all right? So the very first part you're going to take off it is the pan, obviously, and that's a no-brainer. And then you're going to take the filter off, and that's a no-brainer. But then you got to take the valve body out. So your best way to do this now is to look at the pictures in the book, look what you got, follow the instructions, take the valve body out, and then put the valve body back. And put it all back as if you were putting it together to go, in the thing. And if you could do that, then you take it back apart again, and you put that to the side, because now you've created a connection in your mind that says this is how it comes apart, this is how it goes back together again. And if you just take that idea through every piece, you know what I'm saying? Take the pump out. And when you take the pump out, right, put the pump back, right? Put it back as soon as you've got it in your hands, and you've got it apart. Then just take it, turn around, and stick it right back on and put it back as if you're finishing the job. And if you've completed that task, you've made that other connection in your head. So now you can take that off and put it on the side and move on to the next thing. And that's how you learn how to do any job that you've never done before. You got to just create the circuit in your brain that says this is what this part looks like, feels like. This is what it feels like when it comes apart. This is what it feels like when it goes together. And when you successfully complete that task, the brain says, check. Okay, I know how to do this now. And then you move on to the next thing. And if you approach it that way, there's no machine that you can't take apart and put back together again successfully.
D-Truth. Tony, what's the difference between a degreed cam and straight up one? Which do you prefer?
Well, it's not a matter of preference. Degreeing the cam is altering the cam timing to best suit the engine's needs or the engine's purpose. And that's such a, I mean, it's such a varied thing that there's no magic bullet to that. Most grinds are already, quote, degreed from the factory, meaning that they'll offer a grind for a whatever engine it is, whatever specific engine it is. And if it will work best, advanced 2 degrees or 4 degrees or retarded 2 degrees, whatever it is, that's already kind of like built into the cam, right? And you'll see that on the specs, when you look through the cam specs. Then when you would degree it is when you say, well, you know what, this thing makes too much bottom end power and not enough top end power. So at that point you would retard the cam, let's say 2 degrees, to bleed off some of the bottom end and pick up some of the top end. Or the other way around. You know, you stick your foot in it and it's like mush, but it rockets up on the top end. Well then you advance the cam. So you pick up a little more bottom end power and you sacrifice a little top end power. And I'm way oversimplifying this, but that's really how it all works, and that's all you need to know.
My project horrors says, fuel injection please on anything. I need knowledge, thanks.
What do you want to know?
He wants you to do videos on fuel injection. He needs knowledge.
I will absolutely not do any videos on aftermarket EFI systems.
No, but you could do something that has fuel injection.
Yes.
318 will rent it you $3.18.
Thank you, man.
Why 318? Because it's the right amount of wrong.
Dude, I love 318s. After I built my first 318 ever was the one we did. Well, I shouldn't say that. I've rebuilt 318s. You know, just stick it in a car and drive, right? But the first 318 I ever spent any time actually working on was the one for Bottle Rocket. And I will never forget the first time I took that thing around a block. And I laid into it like, you know, I laid into it like middle of first gear and it just lit the tires up. And I banged second and it burned the tires in second. I'm like, that's a 318? Oh my God. And I've been convinced ever since. I'm a believer.
So, Ruslan Yurchenko sent you $10.
Thank you.
Hey Tony, long time no see. Did oil pan gasket on my 1986 300ZX turbo. Got dipstick stuck when I put pan back on. Had to unbolt driver's side pan bolts and loosen passenger side pan bolts to get it out.
That's not an easy car to work on, man. Oof. I remember the first time I saw one of those in Englishtown with the hood up. It was in the stage lanes and it had the hood up. And I was like, oh my God. The way that everything was just jammed in that engine compartment. I salute anybody who dives in there with a smile on their face.
He sent you $10.
Thank
Did
you.
I say that? I didn't know if I said that or not. I'm trying to stay awake because the dogs. Doug Norton. In my major projects, I have sealable sandwich and freezer bags, a Sharpie, and a notepad. Bag and tag those parts. Make a diagram how it goes together. Apart, it works stellar. Do you do that, Tony? Do you
I don't, but
tag stuff?
I don't tag stuff because I've trained myself to recognize hardware. And what I'll do is so I don't bag and tag, but what I'll do is I'll group. Okay, so like for instance, if it's an engine I'm not familiar with, even an engine that I am familiar with. So let's say it's a small block Mopar, and I'm taking the timing cover off. I'll take all of the hardware from the timing cover and then put it in the timing cover. So I'll group it that way. You know what I mean? So I keep the hardware with the parts and then put that all to the side. So this is when you go to put it back together again, it's all there.
Joe K, would you say Chevy's 318 is a 307 or 305?
Probably the 305. Well, the 307. Either of them are good motors. The problem with the 305 is the solar heads. The 305 used a small valve. So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. You can really wake up a 305 just by putting the larger valves in it. Because the 305 has the bowl, okay, has the bowl for the bigger valve, but the seat for the small valve. So it's like this stupid, like architecture. It's like okay. So the mixture comes in through the port, goes like this, and it gets sucked down around the valve. So going with a larger size valve, we're going with a valve that will fill the bowl space on that 305. Absolutely, night and day. You would not know the difference between that and the 350. It just ain't gonna happen.
Rosalind Yurchenko says, funnily enough, most of that stuff that's jammed in there can be removed and the engine would somehow run fine. It shows how 80s emissions is useless. He's the
Yeah.
okay. I'm sorry. You know what he's
Yes,
talking about,
I know what
right?
he's talking
His
about.
dipstick. Anthony Perna. Hey Tony, I'm toying with making a long runner manifold for my car. Is it possible to make the plenum too big?
Yes, it is possible to make a plenum too big, but it has to be a really big plenum, and it depends on what it is you're trying to do. So if you're making a long runner manifold, you're telling me that you're tuning from bottom end and mid range torque. Oh God, there's got to be if Andy is here, I'm sure he would know. Now, and if he's not here, that'll be a good question to ask him, right? About plenum volume and runner length and what the relationship would be. Offhand, I don't know.
Right, so Mexican spec is just busting my chops.
Okay.
He says over 40 times posting my questions. I give up. There's no question. I just scrolled up. There's no question. Mexican spec. So please don't bust my chops.
I don't think he's busting your chops. Is he busting your chops?
He hasn't asked any questions.
He's a good guy. I don't see how he
Right. Well, he's busting my chops for whatever reason. Yeah, maybe it's too long. I don't know. There's no question. All I see is Mexican spec saying that I'm not reading his question.
I did see her scroll.
Yeah, and I looked
so
for it
she's looking for a
twice.
question.
Twice I looked
So
for it.
it may not have shown
So
up for whatever reason.
it's not coming up.
Well, I'll tell you what. If it has blocked words in it, because we block words, you have to, right? So if that question had what would be considered to be a blocked word, it won't come up. So that might be it. Try rephrasing the question and see what happens.
Let's see. Russell J. Finch says, I haven't seen it either. No, nobody. I looked. There was no question from Mexican spec.
Yeah, that's probably what happened, man. It got blocked for whatever reason.
We have to block words because the stupid Telegram people.
Yeah.
I have prize, you win, all sorts of words that they use in their messaging. I have so many words that are blocked that now a lot of stuff just goes to spam, and we have to improve everything. Let's see. Yeah, word it differently. Make it short, Uncle Tony, do you suffer from OCD when you have to have the right hardware and will scrounge for hours for the correct hardware?
That was one of the things. That's one of the things that drives me absolutely out of my mind going back through Slaghammer, because I'm extremely OCD when it comes to bolt lengths and that they all have to match. And not everybody has that sensibility. So I've been going through the car and correcting that, and it's a long, tedious process. And yes, I will spend hours looking for just the right hardware for the job.
Let's see. Bottle Rocket. What are the cam specs?
If I told you, I'd have to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's saying I can't find the video where you mentioned the cam specs.
It's in there. It's a comp roller. 250, 256. I don't even remember what the duration is on it. It's a 550 lift cam on a 110.
Okay. We're the best looking couple on YouTube.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. That's very nice. Somebody's looking for 57 Plymouth parts.
Okay.
How many times can you reuse main bolts safely on a mild 440?
Eternally.
Okay.
You check them for stretch.
What?
Check them for stretch.
Oh, okay.
Check them for stretch. If you lay them all out and you have one that's significantly longer than the others, or pinch, check them for pinch. Because at some point they might have been over torqued, and you'll see that the shank part of it, between the head and the threads, will get thin. Like an hourglass.
You okay?
Yes.
Chris Greenway says his car is in Mitchie, Tennessee. Do you want to go check it out?
What is it?
His car, his Montego.
Oh, geez, I don't know if I may not have the time. Where is it?
I don't know, Mitchie, Tennessee.
Mitchie, Tennessee.
I don't know where that is. I've never heard of it.
I killed a man in Mitchie, Tennessee,
Once?
just to watch him die.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
It's terrible.
Don't say that. Oh. I don't think we're supposed to troll our viewers.
That's gonna be the trolls will be all over that. The Spider-Man guy, he killed a guy. He jokes about killing a guy in Mitchie, Tennessee.
With a mop bucket, yeah. All right. Oh, Mexican Spec. Okay. Now he's talking to J. Russell Finch.
Okay.
Russell J. Finch. We don't really have burritos here. Oddly enough, we have a lot of tacos, though. No hard shells. Okay, but where's your question? Mexican
Chimichangas,
Spec.
man.
Where's your question?
It's all about chimichangas.
That came through. No question came through. All right. When is the UTG and neutral drop collab?
If I had known that Peg was going up to New York to go with those guys, I would have jumped in the car and made a quick trip up there. But I didn't know because they kept the whole thing a secret to me. I only found that out. I flipping through YouTube and I saw the neutral drop video. I was like, oh my God, what's he doing up there? And I was a little hurt. It's like, oh, you came to the States and you didn't let me know. You know what I mean?
Oh, you were hurt?
Yeah. And the next day he's on my freaking driver.
Clayton's Toolbox sent you 5 Canadian.
Thank you.
I want to make sure my small block Ford hydraulic roller lifters perform properly at 6,000 plus RPM. No pump up or leak down issues. Suggestions?
No, they're designed, that's 6,000 RPM is like their happy zone, that's fine.
Right, Mexican Spec says, I reworded it again and posted it. I can't imagine what word is blocked. I have no idea because it didn't come through. It didn't come through.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't know.
But that's coming through.
That's coming through, yeah. I have no idea what he's typing.
Mexican Spec, he might be busting your chops.
I think he's
now.
busting my chops because that's what I thought because he's like, I posted it 40 times. All right. All right. That's okay. I just worked all day and here I am, doing my job.
Up all night with the frickin' dogs.
Up all night with the dogs and the cat and taking care of everybody.
She's tired. I'm tired.
It's okay.
I had to wake her up to do this live. I was like, honey, we have to do the live now. And she started crying. No, I can't. I'm too exhausted.
No, I just came back from church. I'm tired.
I'm tired. What if Mexican Spec asks me a question and I can't find it?
Right.
That's what happened. And boom.
Did you see that? He says. Mexican Spec. Did I see what? At Dakota's timeout, I tried to put my slant in top dead center. I saw that. I'm not seeing any other
Okay,
ones.
has anybody else?
No, they haven't seen it. They haven't seen anything from him.
If anybody
he's
has seen
busting my
a question
chops.
from Mexican Spec, please point it out to us.
Breathe. Just breathe. Okay, he says, Tony, I tried putting my slant on TDC.
Yes.
This is what Mexican Spec is saying.
Okay.
That's all it says.
You tried putting it on TVC.
Yeah.
You tried.
Yeah. That's what I got so far. Maybe there's more. We'll see.
Well,
Tony,
wait.
I
Yes.
put my finger in the hole to feel for the compression.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see if there's another one. Face is coming through like this. Oh. I don't know. There's nothing else from Mexican Spec.
I bet you he's like a CIA plant, and
Something.
he's here just to MK Ultra
Pretty
us.
much. He's got me now because I'm tired, so he's like I'm susceptible.
That's what I'm saying.
He says, Tony, the
Yes.
compression came out around the hole. Any idea why?
Came out around the hole.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Did you have the drool tube in there? Because if it's an earlier slant that's got the drool tubes, so if you stick your finger in the hole, you may not be sealing it enough, so the compression will leak out between your finger and the drool tube and the head. That could be it.
Hank Reardon says drool tube slants will do that.
Oh, okay. See?
Wrong time to tune in. Oh, let's see. Well, Mexican Spec, I hope that I got your question. I'm sorry, I don't know why it wasn't going through. Let's see. Let's see. Bad 66 Chevelles. For the engine, I want to run a Magnum 5.9 and throw a 4-speed behind it. Maybe he's not talking to you. He might be talking to somebody else. All right, Mexican Spec says, Tony, I had the hole blocked with my finger, but the compression came out around the hole, not from the cylinder. Yes, it has the tubes.
Yeah, it's probably from the tube. Take the tube out, and then if your finger's long enough, stick it all the way in, and yeah, take the tube out.
Some people like wrong time to tune in.
But
Stop putting your finger on the hole.
Mexican Spec, listen.
All right.
Okay, listen. Here's what you do. But you're not going to find top dead center that way. You're going to find the compression stroke that way. So it doesn't matter whether the air comes out around your finger or the drool tube, as long as you feel air coming out. At that point, stop, right? Put a wrench on the front of the motor and turn the motor until your timing mark lines up. And that'll give you the theoretical, assuming that everything is the way it's supposed to be, that'll give you the theoretical top dead center. But the more accurate way is to take a long screwdriver, okay? So put your finger in the hole, okay? You put it in the spark plug hole, right? And now rotate the motor until you feel the piston contact the screwdriver. Rotate it a little more. When you feel it contact the screwdriver, pull the screwdriver out a little bit. That you keep going until you're at top dead center. The screwdriver will tell you you're at top dead center. But do it very gently and do it by hand, so this way you don't jam the screwdriver in there. You see what I'm saying? And that's your best way to determine top dead center. When you've got top dead center that way, then double check the mark and make sure your mark is on.
The comments have gone to a different place.
What?
It's 18 plus. It's 18 plus now.
This is a family show,
It
guys.
is a family show. All right, everybody. He says, thank you, Tony.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, Mexican Spec.
I'm sorry it took so long to get that.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I'll wait for the comments to settle out.
If you laugh, you're only encouraging them.
Sorry. Everybody's laughing. All right. Still going. All right. Justin says, Tony, would doing a 383 two-barrel build like your 318 build be worth it?
Probably not. We're not doing this as a like a here. This is how you do this. This is an experiment. Unless you're trying to do like that. You build like a real sleeper where you're trying to make maximum engine and make it look like it's got that two-barrel on it. Then yeah, that is worth doing. 'Cause what's a better sleeper than a two-barrel engine, right? But Kathy's like, what are you laughing at?
Zero threw up the axe emojis. And Mexican Spike says, sorry to be such a Kathy. You're not a bother.
You're
It
not a
was just
bother.
like I couldn't find it. It was a little frustrating.
But yeah, unless you've got a specific purpose for doing it, no, it's probably not worth
He
it.
says, yeah, that's what I'm going for, the sleeper look.
Then do it. Then do it.
Let's see. Pulling my 440, but wanted to run one last time. How much trans fluid down the car will it take to smoke out the neighborhood? And how long until it burns off?
It burns off right away. I mean, just start trickling. When I do it, you get the engine hot, right? Start giving it some gas, and as you're feeding it gas, just trickle the training fluid down the carburetor, and it'll just absolutely you'll make fog banks out of it.
Okay. What was Mopar's version of a 4-speed, and were they different ratios? What would be good for a cruiser? 57 Plymouth UTG.
You've got the 833. That's the Chrysler transmission. 4-speed transmission is the A833. If it's just a cruiser, not a race car, or a street race or anything like that, just a cruiser, I would put the 833 overdrive in there. It's the perfect transmission for a cruiser. And that's as far as you go with it, as I found out the hard way. But just any normal 833 is going to work for you.
Let's see. Fuel injection system and drive around and clean my engine. Danny Boyd.
Yeah, don't do that.
John, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce your last name right. Gauguin? It sounds like Gauguin. Would a spacer under a 2-barrel help like
Yes.
it does on a 4-barrel?
Yes.
I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Russell J. Finn says you're lucky Mexican Spec Fubar would have blocked you for trolling the chat. That was crazy because he's like, read my comment. I'm like, what comment? You need a Mrs. Project cards, yes. You have a Uncle Kathy and Danny has a Danny over at DD Speed Shop. He says maybe that's what my channel is missing, a Mrs. Project cards.
You need, honestly, just have a balanced life. You need to have female presence in there. If nothing else, just to tell you how you're doing everything wrong.
It's my job.
Right.
When's the last time Tony poured his heads in the shower? You're never doing that again.
No, that was bad.
That was really bad. That was hard to clean up.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a nightmare.
It got into all of the ports.
Yeah, and everything turned rusty.
Yeah.
I had to scrub and
bad,
scrub
yeah.
and scrub.
Don't port heads
Do not,
in your
yeah.
bathtub.
No, don't do it. Let's see. What's your favorite food, Tony?
I like really heavy German food. I like simple food too. Lately, I've just had a thing. Believe it or not, I've had a thing for pasta with garlic oil and cheese.
It's good.
I don't know why. It's just I've been craving that, which is why I put all of my weight back on. I lost like 10 pounds. I was like all svelte and
Your
stuff.
stomach looks big when you're sitting like that.
Yeah,
A lot
right?
of that's the chair.
The chair is black, so it makes me look.
Yeah, it looks bigger. It makes you look
Right.
bigger.
Yeah,
Like Jabba the Hutt.
right. But no, I lost like 10 pounds, and I was like all svelte.
Not anymore.
My pants
And then
just,
you hurt your tooth and you started eating ice cream every day.
yeah, and then I got on my pasta. So between pasta and ice cream, I put the weight all back.
No, you're not that bad. Good night, Nick Martinez. Brad Richards says, hey, Uncle Tony, Kathy. What's up, Brad?
What's happening?
Mutt's cheese balls for Christmas Eve. We'll make
Rice balls.
rice balls. Arancini.
Yeah.
Yep. We have a lot of cooking to do. How hard would it be to make the parking brake drum work or modify a different system if I run an 833 and a 57 Plymouth?
There's no application for it. There's just no way you can use no. I was thinking like on a 64 with the trunnion style, but no, there's no application. No way you can mount a parking drum to the back of an 833.
Let's see. Okay. Russell J. Finch says, I look back at your old videos and still chuckle. Giving away pizza, throwing carbies, fun days. Why can't we have fun like that anymore?
Because it's a business.
Well, it was business then too.
Well, no, it was a business we figured was going to fail. You know what I mean? So
I
it's
really
like,
didn't care.
it's just like, yeah, do what you're going to do. And then we started making money. And then it grew into like, so we had to move into facilities, and it's like,
They're expensive facilities.
yeah. So now, I've said it before, it costs me $100,000 a year to run this channel. So it's like, and that's just to run the channel. That's not to live on. That's just what we go through in expenses to run the channel. So it's hard to do stuff that's just for shits and giggles, the way we did when we first started.
D Truth says, when you guys got married, what was the just married car, and do you still have it?
No, definitely don't have it. I don't know what the hell we drive around.
We were driving the Roadrunner.
You drive a Roadrunner?
Yeah, the 68.
It was a 68 Roadrunner.
Mm-hmm. Don't know where that went. Zero says, Kathy, my idea for the UTG Christmas sweater. Ball of yarn and a sticker that reads sweater. Nice. Very good, Zero. Okay, what does Tony think about side pipes? The ones they put on vets or cobras. Perform good? Looks good?
I mean, they're really decorative, but I think that in certain applications, like if you go in for that 70s, I like lake pipes. I always thought that the lake pipes were pretty cool. Where the later side pipes are a little overblown, but generally speaking, to make the side pipes work, you've got to do these crazy things to the exhaust. So it's like, it's going to come out of the headers and it's got to loop around like this and then come out to the side pipe. So it's just, you end up doing a lot of damaging things to the exhaust in order to make those work. So
Chris Mahan says, hi, I love the channel.
thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Floyd's Garage says, when is the Bizarre engine happening?
It's happening now. Actually, tomorrow's video is going to be on block prep, and we're going to be using that block to shoot that video with.
Okay, let's see. Why so many people nowadays hate on carburetors? Angel Fernandez is asking.
Because they're jealous.
Are they jealous?
They're
jelly?
Because we can go through life with a screwdriver, and we can go, it's better. And they have to whip out the laptop and try to figure out this, that, and the other thing. No, we go, better. And we close it. They hate our carburetors because they're freaking jealous of carburetors. Prove me wrong.
Okay. New Guys Garage says, UTG, my channel just got monetized. I didn't think it would go anywhere either.
Congratulations.
Laugh out loud. Yeah, congrats.
Welcome to the club.
I still don't think their channel's going anywhere.
Right?
It doesn't seem any different to me, really.
It doesn't.
No, it's the same.
Well, the financial pressures are
Oh, yeah, we have more
pretty
financial
insane.
pressure. But other than that, let's see. Um, what's your favorite online parts store? Can you say that? Are we getting
Yeah.
paid to promote anybody? No.
No. I mean, for like simple stuff, I use Rock Auto.
Yeah. You have a rock auto box inside.
Yeah, I just ordered a Master Cylinder.
Mm-hmm.
I went to move Bottle Rocket yesterday, the day before yesterday, and just to pull it out and move some stuff around, it kind of went right to the floor. So, Master Cylinder time.
My project Carson, he says, I'm finding out now what a channel costs to do anything.
So here's the reality. So you guys who are doing YouTube, right? Here's
Go
the
to the
reality.
shop is like just the most expensive thing.
Here's the reality of it, right? If you do a vlog, okay, where you're just talking about different things, then you don't need any facilities. You know, you need a phone, right? Or you know, and that's it. You do it out of your garage. But that's if you talk. If all you're doing is talking about topics. But if you're doing tech, you know what I mean? If you're building stuff, or you've got to illustrate concepts and so on and so forth, you need facilities. Or even two cars. You need to have a lot of cars to keep everything moving, you know, keep everything moving, to keep a rotation going, or it stagnates and you run out of material. So if you're going to do it home and you plan on doing it, you know, you want to be able to make a living off the channel. You need to invest in facilities and you need to invest in project cars. There is just no way around it. You can't do it any other way.
Yeah, unless you have like a house with like a big garage on the property.
Right.
Okay.
But you see, but again,
Some people have that.
that's if you're doing this style of channel. If
Yeah.
you're doing like a Doug DeMauro type of thing, right? Or regular car reviews or anything like that, then you need no facilities.
Right.
But on the flip side, while you don't have the facilities, you don't need the facilities, you need willing participants. Because
Yeah.
those guys rely on a steady stream of people bringing them stuff and saying, here, do something with my car. And you know, so that presents its own set of problems, you know. And then you've got the people like Scotty Kilmer who does more of a vlog sort of thing than actual hands-on, like not even hands-on, just builds or you know. You need to invest in facilities.
Delta Tech says I'm rebuilding an 87-318. I had a roller cam. A flat tapic hydraulic cam can be used in that block.
If you had an 87 318, it never had a roller cam. It's a roller cam block, so it's got the tall lifter bores, and it's tapped for the spider that holds the roller lifters, but the 87 would still flat tap it.
Let's see, I have Flowmasters. Wish I would know. I have a lot of cars and 3 acres and not an inch of concrete to work on. Oh.
That's a problem.
Yeah, that sucks. BC Coaster says, hey man, love your content, much appreciated from
Thank
Canada. Any thoughts on old international inline 6-cylinders?
I've never messed with them.
Oh, let's see. How much would it add to the cost of your YouTube channel to get a reliable, fast internet connection? Just saying.
We have a reliable fast
very
internet
fast
connection right here.
Internet connection that we pay for. I don't know. What are you saying?
We have the best system you could have at the shop, and we've got it here at the house too. It's like, what are you doing off the phone? Right now, we're shooting off the phone.
Right.
So
your internet is so slow. Our internet's so slow.
Can you turn on the Wi-Fi on your phone?
Yeah, Tony, I'm using it.
Then why is it slow?
No idea. Like, I mean, we have like crazy fast internet, so it shouldn't be slow. The connection is not so good tonight. Oh, I don't know. It's not showing me that it's not good. I have no idea. Like we have very high speed internet.
Yeah.
It takes me like a minute to load a half-hour long video.
Yeah.
So like, there's nothing wrong with our internet, unless AT&T itself is having problems tonight, which is possible. It's buffering and blurry. I don't know. I have no idea. Looks like 8-bit, pixelated. I don't know. Fuzzy picture and dropouts tonight. No idea. I don't know. Somebody else is saying I can see 25. So, potato vision for a while? Yeah, I have no idea.
You know, you gotta realize not everybody is in the same zone, right? So it's going off to satellites and bouncing down to things, and so not everybody's in the same.
Fiber's been having issues. We have fiber. So,
It looks okay.
they're saying it's blurry. It's like we're looking through a shower door. I have no idea.
Yeah, that's beyond our control.
It's not what I'm seeing right now. It's blurry. You guys sound like robots now and then.
Yeah, it's got to be something in the system. It's definitely not on this end. Now, when we do these in the backyard, we're a distance away from the router.
The router is in this room.
Right.
I don't know if that matters. Tony is blurry.
That's just I vibrate at such a high frequency that a lot of times standard optical equipment that you humans use doesn't always capture me in a so.
Mike says you're fine here in Michigan. Oh, I don't know. I mean, if it's a bad life, then we need to just shut it.
No, keep going.
Blurry. Yeah, I'm in Chattanooga and you're blurry. Can't imagine we're on a different satellite. You guys are usually very clear.
Well, we're clear in Michigan. So if we're clear in Michigan and we're blurry where you are, it means that it's on your end.
I don't know. Look where he started. No one wanted to mention it.
What's that?
That it's not a good live stream. Solar flares.
It could be anything.
Atlanta. What?
It could be anything. It could be alien invasion.
I don't know.
They're jamming our circuitry.
Looks good up here in the far northeast. I have no idea. No, he's not rolling weed. It's a cigarette.
All right. So if anybody's complaining about it, in the north, up north, we're doing fine. We're clear and everything, and down south, we're not. So it's in the system someplace.
Aliens.
Yeah. Always blame the aliens.
Good here in New York. Lizard people. This is the clearest it's been in ages, and I've got YouTube set to data saving. Unsubscribed. Clear in Arkansas. And I'm in New Zealand, so it's clear in New Zealand. Just, I don't know. I don't know.
It's beyond our control. There's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah. We have fast internet. We pay for fast internet.
The fastest.
Crazy fast.
It's internet from the future.
Crazy fast.
If we're not careful, it
optic
opens portals.
internet.
It's weird, okay? So yeah, it's
Fine in Massachusetts, so it's fine up north. I don't know. It is cleared up here in southern Illinois. All right, so Tony, 650 Edelbrock or 650 Holly Brawler?
for what?
I don't know. Doesn't say. Just that was the question. Oh, bless you.
That's ragweed around here.
Bless you.
Okay.
Um, Fine in California. Rejuvenate the router with a stick welder. Gesundheit. Yes, Gesundheit today.
Electro boom.
Angel Fernandez wants to know, do you like the Datsun 240Zs?
I love them. I have a couple of them actually.
Yeah, that was really the only odd car that we had, like back in.
Well, I had one before I met you, and then I had the brown one.
I remember the brown one.
Yeah.
It's clear in Russia.
Nice.
Seems like a dirty lens. All right, hang on.
It's not a dirty lens if it's clear in other places.
All right. Wait. Do you ever notice you can't do anything right?
You worry too much about stuff like this. Just
all right, Joe Brennan.
Just motor
sent you
through.
$2. The
Thank you,
stream
Joe.
and chat are fine. Please don't fret.
She's very, very conscious of anything quality control wise. Like she freaks out if you tell her that it's blurry. I expect things to be blurry, so go for it.
Why would you expect that?
I just if you set your expectations low, you're always pleasantly surprised.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, that's a terrible way to be. It's awful. Set your expectations low.
It works for me.
Yeah? Okay. I don't know how I should take that. Not a dirty lens. The video will switch to a lower resolution if there's an issue with network bandwidth. Well, yeah, maybe everybody's doing their labs right now.
Could very well be.
They need to clean their monitor. Yeah. The trolls are sabotaging the internet connection. They were hacked, Tony. They're making everything they do blurry. Always expect the worst and you'll never be disappointed.
Bingo.
Terrible.
Exactly.
It's awful.
Bingo.
No.
It's the key to happiness.
Okay.
Key to
How's
happiness.
Fluxy?
Keep your expectations low.
How's
and always be
Fluxy?
happy. Fluxy's been dead for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on Fluxy too, and she's killing it.
Yeah. Oh. Are they working to destroy our live stream? Good for them. What did the trolls do now? Joe Brennan wants Fluxy merch. How is Dan from DD Speed Shop? Have you talked to
Right
Dan?
now?
Yeah, he's in
I
Canada.
guess he's okay.
He's very cold, I think. I'm thinking that they're cold right now.
Yeah.
And they're trying to turn up the heat. Do they have heat up there still
I
in
don't think they
Canada?
have heat in Canada.
They're heatless. TD Speed Shop just said he's good. What's up, Dan?
What's up?
Do you have heat?
They're not that advanced.
I didn't think so.
They haven't, no. They're just out of the igloo phase.
Yeah.
Do you have your muckalucks?
These snowshoes. I think they just killed a whale. They're cutting the blubber.
Right. My lantern.
Yeah. He's doing his ice fishing.
Well, talk slower so you can understand what you're saying.
What?
Talk slower so you can understand what you're
He
saying.
says heat. We just got HEI distributors.
Welcome to the future.
Uh-huh. No, so they're ice fishing. Let's see. Tough here to keep the igloo frozen in the summer. Big belly racing. HEI songs.
Well, in the summer it only goes to like 18 or 19 above zero there.
Yeah.
And they have like what it was like it's like 6 months of night and then they have 6 months of day. All kinds of
In
all
Canada?
kinds of crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's some crazy stuff goes on up there.
Oh my goodness. So it's dark there all the time now.
It's dark all the time.
He needs to wear night vision goggles the next video he does.
They don't have that in
They
Canada.
don't have that. It's too advanced.
And the government will let them have it.
Okay. Oh, let's see. Glad they found the back of the Sebring. Los Cadavers says it's dark here from 5 p.m. to 10 a.m. Oh, that's a long time.
That is-
Oh, Tyler wants to know, why does DD Speed Shop plate everything in Saskatchewan plates but lives in Manitoba? Can you answer that, Tony?
He's a hooligan. What can you say? He's a renegade, you know. Look at his hair, for Christ's sakes.
Right, hippie.
Yeah, shady character.
Let's see. Hey, Tony, when is the Belvedere going to make its channel debut?
Not as the Belvedere. We talked about that already. Those days are past. I don't have any desire at all to go out and do that sort of thing again.
It's buffering and blurry, unlike other nights. I don't know. What do you want to do about that?
But it's only buffering and blurry for certain people. It's not
Yeah, I don't
buffering and
know.
blurry for everybody. So
I don't know. Do you hate Chevys?
no, not at all. I'm actually very fond of Chevys. I like working on Chevys. I just don't own any.
What are your thoughts on the Baramotor?
I have no first-hand experience with it at all.
Jake wants to know, how was meeting Peg and Ligon?
I tell you what, it was exactly as you would expect.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was exactly as you would expect.
He's a very awesome person. See, all those Canadians, they're awesome.
They are. They are. Our Canadian friends are extremely cool people.
Because it's very cold up there.
Yeah.
Let's see. Buying in South Dakota. Oh, you're talking about the picture quality?
Yeah.
Okay. How's the garden? It's freezing right
It's
now.
bad, yeah.
I just took in two new tomatoes, like day before yesterday.
It's been cold here. It was like 35 degrees today.
There was a little snow last night.
Was there?
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be in the 70s.
Crystal
here
said
tomorrow.
that there was some snow on the way home.
She lies.
She's
lies
not
about everything.
lying. Let's see. DD equals good people. Yes, they're awesome. It's 35 in Tennessee right now. Yeah, it's really cold all day today. Did you count your fingers before Peg left town? Do we sell shirts? Yes, we do.
Yes.
UncleTony'sGarage.com. We have t-shirts for sale. What do you use for heat in the shop?
Nothing.
Nothing? Thank you, Fubar. Fubar put up a link.
Thank you, Fubar. Well, really nothing. I just tough it out. The office section is heated, and then the shop section.
So if you get cold, you go in there and warm up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Christmas is so close. Seems like it was only yesterday.
This year blew by.
It's crazy.
Unbelievable. This, they say as you get older, the years go by faster. But this whole year seems like it's been a month. I mean, it just blew by. And I didn't accomplish anything that I set out to accomplish this year. Nothing materialized.
We had a few setbacks.
We did have a few setbacks.
Real men don't need a heated shop. Well, think about it. Like, how many shops are heated? Like,
Well, lots of shops are heated. Most shops are heated.
when? When we were
Oh, our
younger?
shops?
Yeah, like
Oh, no,
at the
we
shop at the gas station. Was that heated? No.
no, no.
You're lucky if you had a kerosene heater. Even in the office, there was no heat. It was a kerosene heater. I remember.
Hmm.
Like I think we lived like
I just,
everybody's spoiled now.
but the winter here isn't that long and it's not that bad,
No.
you know? And as long as you keep moving, like 40 degrees, 35, 40 degrees is fine. As long as you keep moving. It's only when you gotta be still for any amount of time, your core temperature starts to drop.
But I was talking about winter in New York.
Oh, winter in New York was a
When
whole
we had the
other.
gas station, there was no heat in there.
No,
There was no heat in the office either.
no,
It was a kerosene heater.
yeah,
We were raised tough.
yeah.
Heat?
Back in 2020, when I had the Rona the first time, it was cold because I had it in January and February, and it was like we went into like a single digit, double digit like period. So we were out making videos with no heat in the Rona with the Rona. That was brutal.
Yep.
Like 105 fever.
We were both so sick.
It's like 15 degrees out. I got 105 fever, and I'm trying to do a video.
I don't know how we didn't die. We were really
Yeah.
sick. It's 50 in Texas and you're freezing everywhere you go. Any advice on up and coming new mechanics? Any advice for
I
new
got another
mechanics?
job, man.
Oh no, don't tell them that. Don't tell them that.
Specialize. Pick a field. The days of being a general mechanic are over. Specialize in one particular thing. You know, and try to pick something that not everybody goes. Everybody goes right to electronics because everything in today's cars is based on electronics. Be an engine guy or be a transmission guy. Pick a specialty and focus on that specialty.
Rob Bump says pellet stove rolling right now in Ohio, right at freezing outside, 62 in here. Perfect.
Nice.
Remote Pro Dude says I work in a temperature controlled garage. It's pretty sweet. I can't lie. Are you glad not to be living in New York?
Oh, yeah. I've been out of there for so long now. I don't even really remember the place.
You remember the place?
Not really. Not really. Tennessee has been my reality for 20 years now.
What's the best way to clean cowl drains on an A-body? Thanks.
They're tough because the cowl drains are behind the front fender, so you actually got to take the fender off. I can't think of any other way, honestly. You got to take the fender off, and then right at the top of the where the why am I drawing a blank
Because
here?
we're tired.
I am tired. You'll see where the cowl part tapers down like this, and the drains are underneath there, and you got to get in there and with a stick. Don't put a stick.
Don't put a stick in there.
You got to get in there like
All right, you have to stop.
I'm tired.
Stop giving advice now. Don't put
You
sticks
gotta
in your
get in there
engine.
like a piece of coat hanger, like a length of coat hanger. And why did I say stick? Oh my god.
People gotta go break branches off their trees.
He says use a stick. Don't use a stick. Oh god. I mean, they're gonna roast me like, oh no, I'm free buddies only. He calls himself a ballpark guy. He uses trees to fix the car. use, use like a piece of coat hanger or something similar to that and clear them out.
Kill the stream. Okay, we're 2 hours in and we're tired. So I think that we're done.
Go a little while longer. Go a little bit longer. You can't. You're
I'm
done.
really tired. Like I'm really having a hard time reading questions. Let's see. My project car says, I don't know how I didn't run into you in Staten Island back in the day. Everything I went over 150 and was on the West Shore Expressway. Flagged cars on Highland Boulevard almost every night.
You're probably
What year?
5 years ahead of me, because the West Shore Expressway days ended around 1976. At that point, it was like it was open. 77, it was open and regular traffic on there. So you're probably 5 years ahead of me. And if you were flagging cars on Highland Boulevard, you were down by the conference house. And even that, you could, by the time I came along, you couldn't really race over there anymore because the 123, the precinct was right there, and they were always waiting for people to come and screw around with the cars.
Oh, Vern says, I'm visiting Tennessee and it's cold. I'm from Arizona. Anything below 70 is cold.
Yeah.
It is. Good night, Mopardin.
Tell me more about that. I'm good with the cold except in the morning. I wake up and I walk outside and it's like in the 30s and I just want to die.
Oh, don't say that.
But then-
30s is not bad.
But then once I'm moving and I've had some coffee and then I'm fine with it.
Okay. All right.
You can't go any further? You don't have to whisper. Say it.
Let's see. Did UT use the runaround in the back in the 80s?
No.
No.
Kathy says it's time to pack it.
I'm very tired, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's running the show. So
It's been a long day.
I think we're gonna pack it in. So everybody contributed super chat. Thank you so much. You guys keep the wheels turning. We greatly appreciate it. Everybody contributed just with your conversation and your presence. We equally appreciate you. Thank you. Our mods, Fubar the Axe, Ari and Zero. Thank you guys so much. Ari usually does an after show after we're done with this. So you might want to go over to Ari's channel and if you want to keep going, that's the place to do it. And I guess that's it, right? I can't think of anything else going on this week.
You don't put sticks in your cars?
Don't put sticks in your no sticks.
You said you're gonna have to do a video on that.
I can't believe I said that. I'm shocked. I'm just tired. So that's it, guys. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you next Sunday night.
Thank you. Have a good night, guys.
Good night, all.
Stay warm.